Is it recording? Yes. It has a good sound. People are watching us, but should we even care? We're in Sandy already. Okay. We're in Sandy and we're not that far from home. And in this video, we are telling you about, or very honest. This one is more unfiltered than the first video. Okay. This one. Any thoughts so far before I start?
If the last one pissed you off, this one will be even more so. So you're welcome.
In the first video, we went through the transformation, right? From hating Portland, at least for me, from hating it to finding it kind of curious and interesting to liking it, right? That was in the first video. So in this video, we are now year 4.5 in, and we've gone through the, okay, we hate it, blah, 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 and then we like it. Now, we don't like it anymore, at least me. And it's not that, okay, we don't like Portland, period. It's that we don't like it for very nuanced reasons, for a plethora of reasons. And we also love it still. I love it and I still hate it. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Portland, but I think I'm on a, I don't know how I want to state that part. Okay, maybe I should start it all over.
You're
just keep
still,
going.
You're still in the love-hate relationship. Like, I like Oregon as a geographical location for the state. That
you like the Pacific Northwest. Those bikers are really cool. I will not film them though.
So I do like the location. But
It's
with
beautiful.
that being said, if the major city wasn't as up its own butt in terms of politics and finances, and like, mind you, we're from California.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that for what the individual taxpayer is contributing to the pot, they are not getting nowhere near in return. And if anything, they are losing more and more. More people, at least that we've interacted with socially, are all anti-government, anti all of the things, but all of them are on like GA and food stamps. So you can't be,
oh, honey,
I'm a socialist,
that's like 2-3 people that we know. That's not most of our friends here, actually.
That's not, but in terms of the few people that we know that are like that, there are communities like that. There are people that are working full-time jobs, and like, I'm not being specific to people that we exactly know. It's just, if those are few examples that we've personally interacted with, there's even more so that are just trying to do their day-to-day, but also not really wanting to contribute, but take more than what they can contribute. So that's even including the, the houseless issues that go on here, the underemployment issues going on here, the housing prices being way too high per what wages are, and just all of it just kind of, to me, is this just soup of nonsense that if at least, somebody could be like, hey, my bad, we made some poor choices, let's actually correct it. In government, and then actually deal with the social fallout, because it's just a very, very loud minority that is going to be complaining about it. And if it turns into another 2020, pandemic riot situation, whatever, you're actually like putting, if that's the fallout that you got to deal with, and then make it more appealing for businesses to actually want to stay here and open here, then the state would be revitalized in like 5 years. Easy. But nobody wants everybody else is going to be like, hell yeah, brother, like, we're good, let's go. Like, I can actually, like, support my family now. We can actually live here now, and I not have to move out of the state that they were born in and grew up in.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
okay.
It's getting so unfriendly to the average and slightly below average that the way below average complain too much for the other 95%. And it's like too many people think that that's the actual majority when it's not.
Okay, that was a lot. So, I think I might interview you for the rest of this video. Maybe. I don't know, but...
Interview me. Like, I'm very... Like...
So...
I have my viewpoints on
So, you are... In terms of your income, you... Specifically, Seth, you are middle class in terms of your income alone. But in terms of some of the people you work with and the kind of industry that you work in, Seth is a mechanic, right? You hang out more with working class people, is that correct?
That is correct, and even though my income is air quotes middle class.
That wasn't my question though. Like, no. I didn't have a question yet. Okay.
Then yes.
I just wanted you to say, is that correct?
That
to confirm?
That is correct.
Okay, great. Here's my question now. You said, nah, I got something to say.
This is a married interview if I've ever watched it.
This is one, all right? So, in terms of the working class people you hang out with and work with, not hang out with, you work with them. Our friends are actually a mixture. We've got friends who are upper class, middle class, working class.
Borderline homeless.
We have... Our friends are a mixed bag. Our friends, very much like the two of us, are mixed. All right? So, in terms of the people that you work with, in terms of the working class people that you work with, what would you say are their feelings about the changes that they have seen in Portland, especially the ones who grew up here?
They hate it, but they stay out of nostalgia or some sort of like family loyalty. So they are not wanting to move because they feel like they have their security net, but they also know as hard as they're working and as hard as they're fighting, they're barely above, their face is barely above water. I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. No, there's like a few people that apply to my life.
Okay.
And like it's just they need, I'll put it this way, this city is a working class city.
Yeah, it's industrial.
Full stop.
Yeah.
It's just now they're trying to price themselves as a tech city. And that's not...
Oh!
And that honestly doesn't make any sense, because if you look at the majority of the worker, or the work... What is it? Not classes.
The industries.
The industry, yeah. The types of industries that are here. It's a lot of service industries, whether that's in my field of automotive or transportation in general,
or
to waiters, to
logging,
food.
or
No. That's not service.
Okay, sorry. I was like, there's one right there.
No, like that's more like that's like construction, which is what logging would be under.
Okay.
So. Same thing with like masonry and that kind of stuff, or electrical.
Okay.
HVAC, blah blah blah. So there's more service industry here than a lot of other places. Yes, when you get out in the rural.
Tech is also service, by the way, but.
Yes, but you don't have a tech hub like. You're not.
It's not Seattle and it's not San Fran either.
Yeah, you don't have a Google here. You don't have an Intel here. you don't have like a AMD. You don't have a lot of these like big names in the state.
Or they left.
Exactly, and they left because the state isn't friendly to the businesses. And a lot of the businesses that have stayed are mainly a legacy business. So they've got to be grandfathered in one way or another, and they're getting some sort of deal that nobody's really aware of other than the business in and of themselves.
Or they have the resources to survive the financial changes that have happened here in Portland.
Yeah, and like the coding stuff, I hate it, or zoning stuff.
Yeah.
The changing on how bills are divided or how your business is classified, which then changes your rates and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Like, it's not what I believe a lot of people that I know would say is like, this is not sustainable and it's gonna buckle, and it should buckle. Because if it buckles, that means that actual palpable change can actually happen to where it will benefit the people that are actually working and striving to make this an actual home and not a stop. Because if it's just a stop, that's when you start having these big spikes and drops.
Yeah.
When it comes to like your real estate, your loans, like all of the major stuff that actually makes it a running and functioning city. As well as like, even if they were to just start relaxing on like their zoning laws when it comes to new construction, like
or cutting a tree in your own backyard, which was a real story that I read about somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not real, but it was. That was interesting.
There's at the same time, there's too much governmental red tape, as well as there's not enough.
Mind you, we are from California, so this is something that we're used to. But the thing is, in California, there are multiple industries in the state that folks can rely on to like balance the political scenes that happen in California. Here in Oregon, there isn't much of a balance in business and in industries to kind of sustain the city and the people that live in it, that a lot of the residents, like what you're saying, are struggling or are moving out, especially the working class folks who are from here.
Mm-hmm.
Or they end up on the fucking streets.
Or they just job hop and can't actually move up and forward and build something sustainable for themselves. They're always in that feeling of being on the back foot.
Yeah.
Because with this being a very perceived laissez-faire, just do what you can kind of deal, not like, get up and grind kind of mindset, or get up and get it. Like, it's very like, oh, somebody will do it, but and that's not, that just doesn't like jive with my soul. Like, I'm very much a like, hey, this is what I'm gonna get, and come hell or high water, guess what, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
So where a lot of people get caught in like the bare minimum mindset, and like I see a lot of people that do that and they're totally fine, but I see a lot more people struggling with it because that bare minimum may have worked 10, 15, 20 years ago,
but not anymore.
Yeah,
things
but
have changed.
And it's mainly the pricing.
Yeah.
But that's also like a thing that's happened across the nation, not just here, but in terms of
it's just a lot more exacerbated. It is exacerbated here, and the effects of it are so much more visible here.
Yeah. And I'm just not happy here. Like the state amenities, the forests, the lakes, the beaches, and everything that comes with that.
With this region.
Yeah, with the region, the fresh farm stuff, the fresh catches from the ocean, love absolutely all of that. And by no means am I knocking that.
So the question then is, are those things, the nature, the amazing food, the beautiful air here, the nice water, are those things enough to sort of compensate for the social inequities?
If that was all that it took to make me happy, then yes. But the fact that it isn't, the fact that what I enjoy doing with what I want to get into and what I want to do.
Like what?
I still want to go and get my pro driver's license. Mm-hmm. I still want to go and my driving competition license. Mm-hmm. I still want to go on long adventures in the middle of nowhere. I want to be able to. I want to be able to have a house with 5 acres. That
we can afford.
That's not.
Housing here is expensive.
Well, just land here is expensive.
Yes.
And yes, land's expensive wherever you go, but in terms of cost per square foot, to actually get something that's usable, and say you want to do agriculture, or you want to just have your own little 5-acre complex to ride dirt bikes on, whatever, that's not the most feasible thing here, unless you are middle estate kind of nonsense, or you're up in towards the
way
you're way out on your own, and you're kind of homesteading at that point. And
which is cool, but that's not what we want either.
Well, I'd be fine with homesteading if we weren't having kids. So, but that's a different discussion.
I wouldn't be fine with homesteading. I'm sorry. If I want to homestead, I would move right back to Africa and live in a village. All right. I'm sorry, but I enjoy farm life, so I do want to garden and I want space as well. But I don't want to homestead. That's another level for me.
Yeah, but you get the picture I'm trying to paint, though.
Homestead light. Sorry.
If anything, it's more. It's moving on.
All right.
Because
we both enjoy nature, and we both like farming stuff, farming culture, and we want nature around us. Gardening. Is that what we're talking about?
Gardening. If I can have some land and have some animals on it, I'd be happy.
Me too.
So,
but that's not homesteading, though.
No.
Okay.
I'm saying the only way that we would be able to afford a house with land would be to essentially homestead here.
Got you.
Because
I understand.
Then
all right. So you were saying, okay, here we go. You were saying you want to afford some space, a little bit of land for
a house and a little bit
for animals and for gardening and for your car projects and for kids to play around.
Yeah, for family and kids. I want to be able to. I don't want to have, for me, I do not want to have. I refuse to let my.
I love that you said for me.
For me, because people are gonna have their feelings about it and they can get bent.
Yeah.
So.
But for you.
For me, I'm not gonna have iPad kids. I'm gonna have kids that are gonna go outside and play and drink from a freaking garden hose, get scraped up, ride their bicycles until dark. And I know with having land, they can go out and get in all types of shenanigans. I know they're on my property and they're safe. That's all that matters. Because if they can go out and actually have a life, develop skills other than scrolling and getting their brain melted, while people are basically farming their attention while it's young when they don't know what the hell they're doing, I'm not here for that. I want my kid to be healthy, functional, and be able to be when I was a kid, I remember climbing a tree and falling out of it. I also remember
character development,
running after the goats, and then I pissed off the ram and he hit me to the floor. I learned not to do that. That's actual, to me, that's actually having a childhood. That's not you're living vicariously through other people at age 2.
So what you're saying is that you want your kids to have space to play, because kids are supposed to play, and you prefer them playing outside in nature or something outside instead of playing on the internet or on a computer or on a phone or an iPad.
Correct.
Okay.
And like, don't get me wrong,
I like computers too. I would also like our kids to have a good understanding of coding and software and hardware things. But that's also play. That's not consuming stuff on the internet. That's learning as well. So we just want them to learn and play, whether it's with technology, with animals, something in nature, or whatever it is. We just want them to have room to play and grow.
Yes, like,
Okay.
That was just getting to the point of like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I would have like family video game night and we play video games as a family, but outside of that, it's like, oh, Dad, look, I want to make this thing. Cool, let's learn how to 3D print.
Yeah,
or hey,
that's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dad, I want to make a go-kart. Cool, we're gonna learn how to weld and do small engine stuff. Or hey,
Cool,
I want to do whatever.
You were just sounding one-sided there. And
No,
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I understand that, but like, I understand that I was sounding very one-sided. But if anything, I am a very practical person.
Mm-hmm.
I would be feeling like an abject failure if all my kids did was want fresh new iPhones, whatever the latest fashion is, and then had absolutely no personality or actual skills. Because that is, to me, what your job is as a parent, is to teach your children skills and accountability.
Sorry, I was thinking of a couple of acquaintances that we've made here who just don't have the social skills or the practical skills or just any skills in general, and I just feel really sad and sorry for them, actually. And I just feel like, man, I mean, my parents were pretty terrible, but that's pretty harsh. Like, for your parents not teaching you anything or not, yeah, that's gotta suck. Anyway,
Yeah.
So with all of that said, because that was a lot, let's get back to how we feel about Portland, because we got into
getting back into Portland.
Yeah.
And with all of that information being stated, I don't believe that we can have the ability to raise children like that
and have that kind of lifestyle here.
Correct. And have that kind of lifestyle here, where anywhere else that we've looked at would be much more possible, even staying within the same fields that we're both in.
So pause. I have a question for you who's watching right now.
How much do you hate me?
I have two questions. How much do you hate my husband? I'm just kidding. I love my husband. I don't give a fuck what you feel about him, all right? I was stand by my man. Anyway, my actual question for you is, where do you think would be more ideal for us to live, grow Morse Creatives, for him to climb up in his career, and for us to start and raise our family? Where do you think would be more ideal for us? Or what places? Maybe it's multiple places. So where do you think we would... So for me, I was actually surprised with the quality of food here, especially the quality of West African food here. But I would like to be in a place that has even more of that. because I will not lie to you. I do like fusion food, but I mean, I spent the first 11 years of my life in Liberia and in Nigeria. So I grew up in West Africa, and I absolutely love West African food, and I love sort of being around that. So, and I want to raise my kids in a place where they have that around them. So, and to be honest, yes, Portland is very white, but I don't think that's the problem for me. I don't think so. Because I don't, obviously, if you can't tell, I don't care about race, but I do care about having a good cultural background in the place that I live, in terms of the social amenities that can be available. For instance, there's only one West African restaurant here. There are a couple of Haitian places here. I love Haitian food, but there's one nice / upscale Haitian restaurant here. So in terms of the Asian food here is amazing, though, I will say that. But in terms of the ethnic cuisine variety here, we are on the West Coast, so it will lean more Asian. I'm not surprised by that one bit. I grew up in Sacramento, California, which has a very similar mixture to Portland in terms of the social scene. But I left California for a very similar reason that I want to leave Portland, which is that I want more of a cultural balance. I would say it like that. Because, and it's not that I am skirting anything, okay? It's not that I want to live in a place where, I don't want to move back to West Africa because I miss my culture that bad or whatever. It's not that at all. But I also don't want to live in a place where there's only one West African restaurant, right? But I don't want to live in a place where it's only West Africans either, because I do like a good cultural mix. I do like having a cultural variety. I do like having ramen sometimes, and then sushi, and then some tacos. I love me some tacos now because of you. I do like a good variety, and then some jollof rice. I love having a good mix. And we knew this coming here, but my goal coming here was just for the nature. So we saw that plus more. So cool. We got that out of Portland. But I think for this next chapter in our lives, it's not just for us. We're planning it for us and our kids. So we want to, and I will speak for me, I want to raise my kids in a place where they have a good representation of not just what they look like, but who they are. I want my kids to be well-rounded. I want them to have a good, strong idea of who they are, of where they come from, and of where they are headed as individuals. And I know that's a lot, but that's a little bit of what I want. So in terms of what I want, and in terms of what Seth wants, right, where do you think would be ideal for us? So let us know in the comments. Any last thoughts, Seth?
Catch me outside, how about that?
Why are you like this? Even with all of the things that we do not like about Portland, we still do not regret moving here. I still don't.
I don't either.
Exactly. What's going on? Oh, never mind. Also, why are we
not
slowing
hitting
down?
the people out in front of us. I mean, I can do that and commit insurance fraud and then go home,
but don't do that.
It doesn't sound like a fun subject.
We do not regret living here. We still love. Listen, the summers here, I think, are the best in the country. Still, so we don't regret moving here. We don't regret living here. Portland is still a gem of a city. If it kind of
gets its shit together.
If it gets its shit together, and the other thing is, Portland is trying, but it could try harder. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
You're supposed to know. You're the political analyst.
I'm a political analyst. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, let's end it here, huh? Because it was a long one. It was a rant of a rant, all right? So I'm going to end the video here. Even though it's not the most ideal for future us and what we want, it has been a good ride. It has been a good ride. Yeah?
Yeah, but you gotta know when to bail.
Yeah. And I think it's time for us to... But even after we move, we will come back and visit Portland. So that's the thing. Portland is like the younger sibling that I find so annoying, but I love anyway. You know what I mean? Do you feel that way or no?
No, but in your analogy, you still want to kick him out of your house.
Okay, Portland is the younger sibling that you don't want near you, but you... Wait, no. Okay, fine.
This analogy is slowly falling apart.
Okay, I'm going to end the video here.
Awkward cut, bye.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all of the good stuff. And yeah, let me know where you're located if you're still interested in moving to Portland after all of my videos. I hope I haven't made things worse for you. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, bye. Oh my God.